Hey, welcome to another episode of ForeverVerse. I'm Jason Charles Miller.
And I'm Amy Vorpahl.
And we're going to start the show off playing a song inspired by last week's episode. And last week's episode, we were mainly in prison almost the entire campaign jaunt. So here we go. This is called Are We Ever Getting Out of Here?
Welcome back to the ForeverVerse, a intricate little adventure in which we are jumping from timeline to timeline, RPG system to RPG system, although we have been on the 7th sea for quite some time. There's really no reason for that. We're just really enjoying it, and when the time comes to move on to the 7th sea, we will do it, and it will be amazing. Either that or they'll all die, and then we'll have to move to the next games.
Jesus, Ivan.
Unfortunately, a reality of role-playing games.
Oh.
So
Dark day.
Dark day. Not impossible, but that's kind of the glory of being able to jump from timeline to timeline is that, well, this whole campaign is kind of centered around death. As the old game once was centered around no survivors.
So also death.
So also death. Yeah. Weird that that's like the thing that I get handed on this channel in particular. It's like, oh, and then when I play RPGs on like Smosh games, I run a zombie outbreak game in which everybody's dying all the time too. It's like, what am I, a dead GM? Am I the one who's supposed to kill people?
Look, let's just be clear that no one is making you do any of this. Like,
That's a great honor. That's a great
I feel like this is very self-imposed.
And yet at the same time, I feel like in all of my times of playing dark and dismal RPGs, I really don't enjoy it, nor do I ever actively go and try to kill players, because that's not fun.
Yeah.
If you think about it, like any game is based around death. I mean, if you've ever really thought about like the logistics of Candyland, it's fucked up.
It's fucked up.
I know.
It's real fucked up.
Super Mario Brothers,
Wait,
like you have lives.
You just go backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
go
don't.
backwards.
You don't
In
die.
Mind, you know what? I'm done.
Backward
Mind
is
blown.
That's just the same way that, like, when you play
Candyland
Sorry,
forward.
Sorry is really just an analogy for, like, climbing the corporate ladder.
Exactly.
Sorry's the worst.
You know?
Mousetrap, killing mice, death.
That's true.
Oh my God.
Checkers, king me by adding another human on me. You're
A
dead.
dead human.
Dead.
The one that was
Hungry,
killed
hungry
previously.
hippos.
Oh my
You
gosh.
eat too much, and that hippo gets diabetes, and that's the
Exactly.
one that wins.
Death.
Come on.
Come on. Every game is death. Every game.
So speaking away from death, I would like everybody to know that we have these cute little
Yeah.
embroidered bags. That is from someone who I believe wishes to be unnamed, because on their note they had their name there and then they scratched it out. So
No, it's the beginning of a mystery.
what does it mean?
We know that they're from Canada.
We know they're
so
from
cool.
we know they're from Ottawa.
Ottawa, Canada. So that narrows it down.
And the
I love
note
Canada.
simply says, "Keep up the good work and the kind words." Hand-stitched dice bags.
These are so cool. Yeah. So it says our names on one side and then our alpha character names on the other side.
Yay!
And there's one here for Damion as well.
Who's still stunt doubling, by the way.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Very cool. So cool.
stunting.
And inside them, there's dice.
There's dice.
Yeah, this is my collection.
I love that they're like all kind of like for our personalities, like. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm definitely
I mean,
turquoise.
mine are black.
And yours is black.
They better
like-
be black.
Yeah.
Mine's
They
red.
know.
Add
They
another
know.
D10
Like,
to my
I
collection.
feel like
What's yours?
if I was
Red for
given
love.
if I was given these options, I would have ordered this one.
You would have
know?
ordered
I got a
the
black
turquoise
bag
blue.
and
Very
black dice.
cool.
Yeah, and I got a brown dice with like a turquoise blue GM bag, which is pretty solid.
With some
Very
sparklies on it, huh?
Oh, I didn't. Did you guys not have sparklies? Because I totally have sparklies on mine.
Nope,
No,
no
I'm
sparkles
not
here.
sparkly.
That's because
They
you.
know me very well.
Damion has some sparklies on his.
Sweet.
He's also a
Oh,
fancy
very
man.
nice.
He's a fancy man.
In fact, remember MySpace?
Oh
On
yeah.
my MySpace page, in my description, it said, "I hate glitter. I hate when it gets on me." That was like in my description.
You're so
If you
hardcore.
have glitter on you, do not hug me.
And which is probably a
That's
direct
amazing.
because every cool page that was on MySpace had like glitters and stars.
Oh, right,
and
right.
gifts
Just
I just
everywhere.
hated physical glitter.
Would we
Like,
be in your top 8?
You would totally be.
No.
You would.
You're just saying that, dude.
Yeah. Along with
No way.
Forbidden and Jeffree Star.
Right on.
Man.
Sweet.
One old school MySpace. And Tom. You gotta have Tom holding that light.
Yeah.
It was cool to have Tom in your top 8 at the later part of. No, I guess it never.
No, it was never clear. Like, who's this creepy Tom guy?
Man, that
he got
what
us
a-
300 million.
Without
now
getting
he's a
off topic
photographer.
too much, but what a random like political thing that was to like have your top 8. It was like
Oh,
such a-
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Drama
really, people were pissed.
We're
Although
so
granted,
old, there's-
Facebook's
Yeah.
got its like 5 images now that it's like
Yeah.
your spread.
Our
I'm
young
not on
viewers-
Facebook.
Your
I am
What?
She's off. No.
so clean of it.
I'm gonna message you on Facebook right now.
All right.
Can't.
I mean, you cannot. It's
Can't
deleted.
find it.
Wow,
It's
really?
gone.
We're
Yeah.
talking
You
about
look
MySpace.
for
Why'd
Amy
you do
Vorpahl.
that?
A lot of reasons. But mainly it was doing more bad than good to like my mental health. So
It's fair.
yeah,
It's a thing, and you need to take care of you.
it's just too much information.
Amy, I'm gonna message you on Facebook right now about Donald Trump. So hopefully you message me back.
No, I got off last December, so I've been off a year. I missed the
Oh,
whole
so you
election.
didn't have to worry about the election stuff.
No.
One
that's
year
good.
clean.
1 year clean.
Yeah.
I never looked back.
Well, guys, you're on a boat.
We are
Still.
on a boat.
And things got heated on this boat.
Yes, they
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
In
taking
fact,
over this
green heated, right?
did. Green bonfire,
taking over
magic,
this
dancing,
boat. Yeah, we're
pirate
taking this
captain, lady,
Yup.
heated.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was
So-
nuts.
A brief reminder of just what you've been going through, although the song did such a wonderful way of describing it.
I like that.
Is that you guys essentially were, after being offered delicious food and activities, including some very mind-altering drugs, you were essentially shepherded into the brig after having been looted, well, minus a map, thanks to Santiago Alejandro. He managed to hold on to it in time, and a lot of the episode was mostly about discovering what this was, where you were, discovering Jimmy the Skeleton, and essentially getting out of said brig. So, upon escaping, you, of course, discovered Captain Reyes in the midst of a ritual that can only be called otherworldly, as she entertains all of her mates on the ship. Also, we had a eureka moment for Trish, Jade, Nicole.
Yes.
Which was apparently the first of many, as we currently have 5 more on the way.
That's amazing.
I will give
so
them
far
all
away
their
from
due
you.
respects when they come, but let's just say that we had an explosion of eureka moments.
All
Oh
right.
my gosh, I'm so excited.
That's
Thank
really-
you,
yes,
everyone.
thank you.
It's exciting.
And everyone's a pretty good spread, so everybody's basically getting a eureka moment with one person doubling up being my choice.
Okay, cool.
Yes. So we will not be doing one this episode because we're in the midst of a fucking battle.
And I still haven't spilled
thought
the
we were doing
beans
Hector's
to
at the
everyone
end.
else on
We're not
mine.
now?
We'll still be going through it, but we may not have an opportunity to get to Hector's at the end, which is I know that you have to skedaddle doodle. So at the very end, we just didn't have enough time to touch base on the
Okay.
eureka moment.
It'll probably be
too
next
much.
week.
We'll
I
probably
might have
do
to
it
leave
next
early.
That's cool.
Yes,
Just a little bit.
I get it.
all good.
A little bit.
As long as we're in your
Oh, I
topic.
get it
Yeah.
loud and clear.
Just NPC me for the last 20.
All right. Well, that'll be fine because we'll see how long this
Yeah,
lasts
I might
anyway.
die.
We might all die anyway before that.
No, don't say that. No, I hate
Hey,
it.
someone should text Damion right now and just text him and write 2 darts in the neck.
Yeah.
Hector?
People could probably tweet him just as easily
Yeah.
with
So
it.
Tweeting would be better.
We
Darts.
left him in the brig,
No,
comfortable.
we put like straw. We made a pillow. We
We
tucked him
definitely did.
in.
We did.
We even took, oh, sorry,
No,
took
we're-
the skeleton out of there.
Yeah, we did take the skeleton out of there.
So that no one bothered him. So he's just nice and sleepy.
Yep,
It's nice and sleepy, although it's going to get very loud and noisy in the moment. So, yes, can I have the 2 minis of Milton and...
Hope flies in.
Oh God, I would have such a heart attack if you did that for real.
Oh yeah, so minis. Just to give people their due, the minis, the painted minis, are from Iron Tusk. They were originally done through Hero Forge. They're all essentially custom positioned, painted by Iron Tusk Miniatures. This map is from Arc Knight. Maps and sheets.
Sweet map.
It's a sweet shit map.
Did they
yeah.
have a Kickstarter? Or
No,
is that a different company? I'm
They
thinking?
don't. But it's part of their extras pack. And their extras pack is like a coliseum, and it has a graveyard and a Highland home. So this is a little extra pack, and all of them are laminated. You know?
Nice.
So,
Those are
Perfect.
I think we need
neat.
to have a battle in the Coliseum at some point. Then. I mean, I'm just,
Yeah.
throwing it out there.
That is possible. So, and they had a lot of stuff. This one I had to dig a little bit to find it because I got it at a convention and loved it, and then it disappeared on me. So he politely sent me another one. So, yes, you're on a boat. No
on
one
a
has
boat
seen you.
Yes,
Right.
that's right. Yeah, we are
I'm not a
undercover.
You are
Undercover.
undercover, mostly because you've got a large amount of cargo here. Mostly either booty or treasure that's kind of blocking.
Booty!
So this is a raised platform that is at least covering, if not, your chest up, at least, from the waist. So you
How
can-
does a pirate shake his booty?
That's good. That's good, Amy.
terrible,
okay.
terrible.
It's pretty
Amy
bad.
Vorpahl. We're not playing Pugmire. The puns aren't here. Although I do miss the Punmire pugs. But you have a raised platform here that has been strapped down with netting, with some ratchets basically keeping it tied to the midst of the deck. You obviously have 2 staircases leading up into the aft part of the ship, or the fore of the ship. And then you have a bunch of sentries and guards, and all of the pirates seem to be dancing around the midst of the fireplace. Now, this is obviously a situation. All right? You're in a situation, and you're really... Actually, you're not in a situation until they've noticed you, but any raises that you're going to raise up at this point will be, you know, contributing until they notice you.
And I used my raises to make sure we got to where we currently are
Yes.
without being seen. Yes?
So you're fresh on any new abilities or effects that you may have. I believe we still have a plentiful amount of bennies that you can hold on to as well.
And we're standing right outside the captain's quarters currently.
This element here is essentially the captain's quarters.
Great.
Okay. So you have the other side of the hold is here. So if you wanted to essentially go through the hold to come back through the back here, you would also have an option to do so as well.
You said otherworldly, but what are they chanting? Is it celebratory? Does it seem?
They seem to be singing. They're singing shanties, and there's music. So there's like a lot.
They're not brain controlled though, right? They're not being right. They're positively.
It's not like a cultist. It actually looks a lot like a celebration.
Okay.
And if I may be completely transparent, they all look like a bunch of drunken clots at a strip club, because Reyes is on the top, literally bathed in the fire on a platform, dancing to entertain. You know,
Shaking her booty.
But they've got, there's enough noise from the various wind instruments and percussion instruments, keeping a very building positive energy going this entire time, that it would be very hard for them to hear you walking around until someone actively spotted you.
And just real quick, just to refresh from what happened last week, our plan was to go and kill Reyes in her cabin. Was that the plan?
Yes.
We were going to sneak in there and try to take her out?
And then we saw that she was dancing on a pole. in the middle
With
of the ship.
also a side effect of get all our shit back. We're assuming it's in her cabin.
That's right.
Nicole really wants her shit back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nicole
That's cool.
actively wants her shit back. So-
We need some of those from the wolf one. The wolf one? The wolf.
Wall Street?
No, the remember when we were in they had the little gathering
The little
creatures?
gatherer spirits from Werewolf.
And they had pockets everywhere. Yeah, from
We
Werewolf.
need one of those guys.
Yeah.
Those things were creepy as hell.
Guys, I
Great.
tweeted at Damion real quick. I said, 2 darts in the neck, unhappy face. And I said, sorry, dude, hashtag ForeverVerse. And he quoted, and he was like, just remember to remove it this time. That guy's working
He's a
hard.
good
No,
sport.
we
He's a
put
good
them
sport.
in there.
Actually, take them out and put it back in. Take it out and put it back in again. So this is it. This is essentially the situation you're in. You can tell that whatever's going on here does have a ritualistic vibe to it. If you know, the green smoke and the black skull shapes coming out of the smoke weren't apparent enough. It definitely feels like there is a ritual that is taking place that is building up to a crescendo at this stage. So and the music is constantly building in energy, and it feels like all of the crew members of the ship are essentially feeding this ritual with their dancing and their noise making.
Gosh, I'd love to be there for the crescendo, for the
Yeah,
climax.
they might be announcing something, or something cool might happen that we should be aware of, or something.
I want to do something.
Yes.
I want to check my knowledge of my secret society that I'm a part of.
Yeah.
Because I'm a monster hunter.
Yes.
That is the Die Kreuzritter.
Die Kreuzritter.
Die Kreuzritter. I'm part of the clandestine warriors who battle monsters and protect others from horrors unleashed by villains. Do I have any knowledge in this?
Looking at this is definitely a pact ritual.
Okay.
You don't know with what it could be, but she's not sealing a pact. It seems that she is currently resealing a pact.
Okay.
You know? And that seems to be about enough.
Everyone, shh, hold on. This is a pact ritual. I have seen something like this before. It does not seem as if she is closing, or rather starting a ritual, but in fact, restarting one. A pact.
What if this is the ritual that keeps the ship invisible?
It could be. I have no idea. Possible. It is possible. What should we do? Should we attack? Should we go and gather our belongings and then reconvene?
Yes.
I think we should gather our belongings, but also maybe leave a person to watch what is actually happening, to witness. But that could easily be done in the captain's quarters, and we peek out.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get started on this
Okay.
door.
Who is on the best terms with Captain Reyes?
She likes me. I will say she is. I think she's attractive.
But she did put you in the prison along with the rest of us.
She put all of us
She
in
sure
prison,
did, but
yes.
I initiated the contact in the first place by killing her guard. She knows I'm cutthroat.
If you were to stay here and you got caught, do you think you could talk your way out of it?
It would be my only option. So
Okay, sounds good. Let us, the rest of us, go and get our belongings.
Okay. I'll hide behind a barrel if there's a barrel outside or something right outside.
He's got
her-
little toy
her cabin.
barrels.
Some dark corner of some sort.
He's got little toy barrels. They're cool.
You can have this barrel.
Thank you.
Nice.
Or you want even better. Do you want to go higher up?
Yes.
Hide
That's
behind one of
great.
those. Don't
Even
do
further
this.
away from the fire.
Nice. Check that out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so you are all making your way to the captain's quarters to see if you can make some magic happen there.
Get our stuff.
I need my bag.
Okay, so how are you approaching the door?
I'm just going over to the door and seeing if I can get in.
Okay.
Is there a guard or anything?
Well,
They're wrapped up?
they're not on this side of the door.
Cool.
You know.
Right.
Oh.
So let's
Shit.
see.
I'm just going for it.
Swords out, y'all. I forgot what
Okay.
weapons I was holding.
As you door's unlocked. As you swing the door open,
All right.
you hear the click of a switch mechanism.
Fuck. Duck.
Trapped.
Move.
Oh
And
shit.
and you watch as several small needles
Yep.
from the sidelines of the door ricketed up the side of your body.
Oh
You
no.
know. As you watch as several needle points kind of shick themselves into your frame.
Well, shit.
So you're going to lose one wound a round for the next 7 rounds.
Whoa. No chance to like wiggle out of the way. It just happens.
Well, if you had some raises to spend, but you tell me. You said you were literally just walking right through there.
Oh
well,
my
I wanted to
gosh.
try the knob, not necessarily ta-da entrance
Fair
all the
enough.
way.
Well,
I've been
that's
savage
it.
today, guys. We gotta
I
be
know,
on
right?
our toes.
the door is open, and there is nobody inside at the moment. At least in the main in Reyes' main room.
Okay, well that's good to know. And I wanted to do this first, so no one else would have gotten hit by any of this.
Who's
if
behind
that's
you?
The case.
Who's
Yours.
directly behind you? Is it myself?
You're definitely starting to feel the poison as it kind of courses into there. You can kind of look as you down as you see your veins are starting to turn dark.
Do I know what kind of poison it is?
That's. I mean, you actually wouldn't know what the type of poison it is. You just know it's not a. It is. It's a paralyzing toxin.
Okay.
It's something that's just going to essentially make you slower, and it is definitely one of. It's a debilitating poison that's supposed to essentially make it hard for you to do much more after you
Okay.
have it. So at this point, it is just simply about taking your wounds down, which will get you into a dramatic stage. But this is a dramatic game,
Okay.
so you're just going to walk around with some poison in your veins and feel pretty nasty.
Okay,
about
great.
it.
So I'm gonna turn around to everybody else and say,
Darts in your side.
"It's not gonna kill me. It just sucks. Let's get our shit."
Can I use my
Badass.
miracle worker skill to try to stop or slow the poison?
That's
With my knowledge there?
That's if you would like
It's
to.
one of my advantages that I...
It's an advantage, right?
Yeah.
And if I remember, the advantage isn't actually about raises. It's simply that you want to.
Something that you know, I think. Or
Yeah. Was it a 4-point? Which
It was a 4-point. Yeah, it was like a big one that I took. It was like
Miracle
my
worker.
most powerful.
Study with the church of the local shaman, but you know wounds and how to deal with them. Spend a hero point and 1 raise on your action and heal another wound. They regain a dramatic wound.
Okay, but then she'll lose it again after a round?
Well,
Or
she's
could I-
taking 7 total wounds at
Not
this point.
dramatic
Not
wounds.
dramatic. Just wounds. So you can wait until she loses a dramatic wound and then recover from it. If I remember the death spiral correctly,
Yeah, you get
goes-
4 dramatic wounds.
you get
before
4 dramatic wounds. And at 7, she's going to lose 1. So she accumulates no more at this stage. She'll only get 1.
Okay.
Thank you, your awesome sauce, for even thinking of that. But
Yeah.
let's get our
Alright.
Good
stuff.
instinct.
Yes,
Alright.
you are awesome sauce.
I will attend to you later.
Let me know when it gets too bad.
Yeah. I'll make sure you don't die.
Thank
You can
you.
be heavily wounded and we'll still be fine.
Okay, good.
As long as we establish.
Just get my bag.
Pete Amish.
I feel like we have to establish this too. We pull the darts out of Nicole.
Yeah. Let's make sure that we
case.
say that.
And the darts look like they essentially look like pieces of bamboo with feather tucked in.
Right.
Blow darts.
Okay.
You know,
I'd
they
like
look,
to keep them.
There you
they're
go.
very exotic
Yeah.
looking.
How many
And
on each side?
2.
Okay.
I would like to keep those
There you go.
4 darts.
Okay, keep those 4 darts.
Okay.
There's tiny little needle points.
So Nicole went in first, then Alejandro, then Milton. What does the cabin look like?
Cabin's
you were in
dark.
here before, right?
It's dark and it's lit by only a single gas lantern or oil lantern that is kind of swaying from the top. I'm sorry, it's not even from the top. It's just sitting on the side. The chandelier is off. It's very dark, this place at the moment. There seems to be a lighter glowing light coming from the area which you recognize as the harem, you know? And then the door that is leading to the study where you originally were escorted to for coffee and hashish is currently shut. I think I should also make it clear, too, that this room looks like something that should not be able to fit on this size of a ship.
Cool.
Like, you're looking at like a 30 or 40 square foot room.
Ooh.
You know, or not square foot, that would be 300 or 400 square foot room. Like a much larger space
it's
than
like
what
a
would be in a
TARDIS.
two-masted boat like
It's
this.
probably magical.
It's definitely larger.
Yeah.
How would you like to, Miss Hope?
Okay, I want to do. My main concern. Well, I want to hide and see you. Keep my eyes on Captain Reyes.
Right. So as you continue to watch Reyes and you see this slam jam of pirates going along this like drum circle that's continuing around her, you notice that the smoke that's coming up, you can occasionally see wisps of what seems to be green. Like, it's not even just so much the flames are licking up her, but it's like the flames are occasionally touching her and like feeding her, you know, as they just kind of like, she seems to be in the midst of her ritualistic dancing, just to be absorbing the heat, and you can see that she's just drenched from head to toe in sweat as she's just like having these flames constantly touching parts of her exposed skin as she essentially seems to be absorbing the fire. Back to our group inside.
Wow.
Nicole, are you still going to take point, or do you want to hang back? In
Well,
case there is another booby trap.
I mean, I assume I can't move very well right now, or I can right now.
You can move still. You're sluggish, but but you're still operational.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna check the rest of the room for any traps or anything that looks like a floorboard that could move or anything like that.
So in this main room, right?
In this main room that we're in right
So in this situation, there's still danger afoot. So tell me how you'd like to approach it. I'm assuming with you're trying to find various traps and items, you probably would be looking for a notice.
now. Yeah.
And then we can do wits if you wish.
Wits and notice, sure.
Yes. Does anyone else want to approach the situation in a different way?
Milton he's focused on the battle coming up.
Right.
And so I think he's trying to sort of center his chi, so to speak, because he has a plan.
Right.
And so he's there with them, but I think like his mind is on.
Outside.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I guess okay. So the main thing I'm doing is hiding, but as long as she's dancing,
Yeah.
Stella knows her way around dancing. So if it looks like there's any like rhythm to the moves or very specific movements or something that she should memorize, like basically choreography that's happening.
Yeah.
I wanna learn it.
Okay.
By watching.
That's absolutely possible. So, I'll have you.
Okay, so I will do. I guess that's more.
It's a perform and panache.
Okay.
Or wits. How about wits and perform, since you're memorizing it?
Yeah. Okay,
versus trying to perform it.
great. Okay.
Okay.
And I want to do the same approach as Nicole, just wits and notice. Just
Great.
search the room. I don't want to be too distracted because there's probably a bunch of cool shit in there. I want to go right for what I think our stuff is. Just our stuff. That's
Your
all I
stuff.
want to grab. Yeah.
Great. Okay. So say make your
away.
raises.
Okay.
Roll it up. Probably get my dice out. No, I do have my dice out. Haha.
And as I'm looking, I'm playing with that one earring, just as like a nervous habit.
Yep. Solid 1. Okay, how about you, Miss Hope? Miss Nicole?
4.
4.
Dang.
Wow. 1.
So, take a raise to kind of... There are 2 other traps in this area.
Okay.
2 raises will get rid of them.
Okay.
All right. The third, there is an opportunity here to collect a little extra something in the booty category.
How interesting is the extra something in the booty category?
The valuable looking stuff. We can discuss it more, but let's just say you can claim some booty for some extra wealth if you want to hold on to it. Then there's also the fact that if you want to, there is another opportunity since you're amidst the captain's quarters to try to dive through documents, because she does what appears to have some kind of, what do they call it? It's not a writing desk, but it's a desk in which usually you keep all of your official documents in that time period. It's like a cabinet or a writing desk. We'll call it a writing desk.
Okay.
And same goes to you, sir. You can use your raises in this same way. All right? And hope for your 1. You can definitely memorize it, continue to not be seen. So we'll consider you edict memorizing this entire thing as it happens.
All right.
Great.
Then that's just 1 raise, and I can
Just
do
one
that?
raise.
Okay, perfect. That's what I do.
That's all you needed.
Cool. Hope nothing else happens in this situation.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to use 2 raises to disarm the other traps.
Okay, so you disable. So you walk around, and as you get close and you start looking at Reyes, you notice that there's another switch, like a small trick lever for pulling out one of her cabinets that would have made a very sharp and deadly blade come up around head level.
Oh, fun.
That you were able to keep pressure down while you moved it so that it didn't flip up. And there was a similar trip line looking situation leading to the door that's going to the smoking corridors.
Okay.
You know? So it seems actually to be a very simple trap that maybe even the pirates didn't know, but it's it's like spider web thin, but geniusly you can see that it's something that literally can be moved and removed without hardly any problems. It's well played and well tricked. It's her equivalent of locking the door.
Cool.
She doesn't keep anything else locked. So you disable those 2. Did you want to spend your raises on anything else or hold on to them for later?
Do I see anything that looks like a loose floorboard or a safe or somewhere that she might be keeping her stuff?
Not in this room, no.
Okay, then I'm going to hold on to them.
Okay, so, great. That seems to be wrapped up there. Hope you can see that the ritual does seem to be building into a crescendo, and you do start to notice that it is wild dancing, but you can tell that there are certain specific moves that seem to be activating this presence that seems to be feeding into her. And from what you can tell and your knowledge of what you can see just watching her dance is that it would look like to anyone else who is not familiar, it would look like just wild dancing, like they're just running around. But there is definitely some symbolic, primal intent centered around her movements, as if she's calling something from the depths. She is leading into her body. And she is... The movement speaks of, like, dedication and like, devotion to something.
I can't let that happen.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Amy. I know what you're thinking. Don't do it. I know what you're thinking.
I'm just always entertained.
So. Oh no. What's that look on your face?
I can't let that happen.
Oh man.
Guys.
Great. We're all gonna die.
What do you have on you right now?
I think when we last left, it was like gun.
Yeah, I had a pistol.
I had my dagger.
I had a
dagger
saber.
And a saber. Ugh.
Choices.
Okay, Amy's like freaking out because she knows what she has to do.
Yeah, I have to do it.
She's gonna follow her heart.
There's so many choices.
That's what hope does, though. Really.
Well, sometimes your heart cuts a fart. Okay.
What's that, Milton?
All Milton is trying to do. That's pretty good.
Hashtag Wednesday wisdom.
all Milton wants to do, like, he is trying to summon, like, the power. Because you know how Milton, with the game mechanics with Milton's magic, is kind of magic do as you will.
Magic
right?
do as you will.
So, what he wants to do more than anything else is somehow use the gods of the sea to help his party right now.
Right.
But game mechanics now, I don't have a hero point. So what can I do?
You need a hero point to spend it.
You can do. There are things you can do to get a hero point.
Well,
if you use your hubris.
Right, yeah, I've got that. But I guess none of those really... Well, yeah, none of those either apply, so I think I know what Milton's going to do.
Okay.
I think I know what Hope's going to do.
Can I... where our figures are accurate? Or
no, you're inside theoretically.
Okay.
Like, you're inside here, inside the hold, so you're theoretically not on the top
So
side.
Milton's trying to summon magic, and he knows in his heart of hearts he can't... Nothing. He's got to do something.
There's
to make
actually
this happen.
what's going on, and we'll translate your lack of hero point like this: that you feel like there's a conflicting force, like you're trying to call
but something's
the gods,
blocking it.
but something's blocking it.
Okay. Well, Milton has a pistol.
Okay.
And
gods are steel.
What's that?
I said gods are steel.
Right. And there is currently a target dancing above everyone else with a clear line.
Right.
And
that's a tough shot.
I know it is, but I feel like something's got to happen here. You know?
Are we back? Are we back?
No,
out?
we're not back there yet.
Gotcha.
But I'm telling you,
this is just what you're thinking.
So this is what Milton's thinking right now.
Yeah.
So I'm with you guys, but
you're holding that pistol.
I'm holding that pistol, going, she's right over there. One shot will take her out, or at least that's what he's thinking. I'm sure it won't, but something's got to happen soon.
Okay.
So is there?
Are you coming back
outside? Say
outside?
Something to them, like, can we scour this place and look for any other kind of weapon that would help us? Right
you are scouring for sure, and there's lots of valuable items, and I think I did mention that there is a large selection of. I wouldn't say antiquated, because they're beautiful and they look extremely well made, but basically any weapon of your choice. Whether it's halberds.
Grab them all.
So, no sniper rifles at the moment. However,
Uzi 9mm with
do
laser sight.
either of you still have any raises left?
I have 2 left.
You have 2? If you'd like to spend a raise, a raise for either one will probably get you a weapon from her wall. So, and if one of them is a gun. So, it seems to be essentially a silver rifle.
A one shot like the other ones we have, or
everything
no?
in this world is one shot.
Okay,
it's black
that's what
powder,
I thought.
you know. But it looks like it's one of those like cavalry long guns that seem to have been done for like shooting game. So, you know.
Do you really want it?
Yes.
I was trying to save my raises to get our stuff back.
Well, why don't? But I haven't rolled anything yet, so why doesn't Milton take it? I haven't. Like, what do you need? What do I need to roll to try to take it? And then to therefore use it.
They were doing wits and notice in order to find it, but I think at this point, since I've already laid the fact that it's in there, how about if you just want to take it for a Benny? You know, you can literally.
Oh, there we go, Benny time.
Yes, for a silver rifle.
For a
Benny for a rifle.
If it's there.
I mean, I believe that somewhere in here, my monkey statue is in here. My cube is in here.
Someone.
Yeah.
Our
I also want
pennies.
at least Nicole's stuff back.
Is that in there?
No dice, no bennies, no dice.
If we do have
mask.
10, I'll make a note on it until we get our bowl,
Yeah,
which
where's
I
our
didn't grab
Benny?
before the show.
Oh, here comes the bowl.
Benny!
Ryan with the bowl rescue.
Thanks, Ryan.
Right. So, one Benny for access to the armory.
Okay.
Nicole can
I'm
keep her
saving all
raises
my-
if she wishes.
It's a rifle?
It is a long silver rifle, and you look
so
at it,
beautiful.
and you can see it has inlaid, like tapered in, like tapped in shapes of various large earth animals that you can see, like
Oh, so it's like a
stuff.
hunting rifle.
So it's stuff that is like that you would see from the Crescent Coast, you know. So it's essentially a long silver rifle that has animals from the Crescent Coast embedded along the side of it, accurately, very detailedly stippled in. You also see the loading rod and black powder and shot that seems to be with it. It is the only thing that seems to be gun-like.
I load it. Load it.
Right. Take it.
Milton. So trigger happy.
Such a gun nut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do have it. It's loaded.
Okay.
What are we doing, guys?
Okay, what I want to do.
I think you know what I'm going to do with this.
And I just
And
go,
I think you believe.
yes, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So. oh, go ahead.
I'm just touching my earring and mumbling to myself, find the stuff, find the stuff, find the stuff.
Find the stuff. Find the stuff. Find the stuff.
Nicole, if we take this ship back, we'll have all the time in the world to find our stuff.
Okay.
Yes, all we have to do is kill everybody on board.
Oh God.
What I want to do, now that I recognize that this, or I've interpreted it as a summoning of some evil force, I want to parkour my way up to the dais with her. And my goal is to enter the dance with her first to gain trust, to make sure not a million pirates close in on me. But enter the dance with her, that because I feel like my wiles and my dancing will convince her that I'm a good dance partner to have at this moment.
Okay.
This makes me think of a song.
Oh yeah, what song is that?
This is how we die. We fucking die because of this move right now.
No, I just don't think so. I think, and then, but I'll dance. Yeah, so I'm telling you my goal, but it may or may not.
That's a good. I mean, that's
Okay.
So that's your approach to the situation.
That's the approach.
Let's talk about your finesse and your athletics for this parkouring and into this dance situation.
We don't even know this is happening right now.
You have
I'm just
no
like,
idea.
I have the hunting rifle.
She's just. It's like you left Stella alone, and Stella's looking at that like that stage looks really, really enticing.
On the way up there, I get.
Never leaving
You
her
said
alone.
she's like scantily clad too, right?
She literally has essentially a thong and like a tube top piece of leather.
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah. Rip,
Great.
rip,
Great.
rip,
All right.
rip, rip.
All right. Roll up those raises.
Oh, nice.
Come on, come on.
Lots of raises, please.
Oh wait, but I get one more because that's my first time doing. Yes, 4.
4. All right.
Not too shabby, Stella.
Four is
So
great.
normally I would be telling you what you would need in order to get there, but I'll postmortemly just tell you what's up. So there's a raise to get there, all right, to successfully get to the dais without any issue. 2 to start, and another to start enacting the ritual, all right, with her. There is a consequence here of losing a dramatic wound, okay, by either having the pirates get you in the meantime or from falling, because you're going to have to go up the sails and along the trim lines and back down the mainsail in order to do this.
Okay.
All right? So that is 3 of your 4 to do everything that you said with 1 left over for contingency's sake.
Great. I spend them all.
Tell me how you do it then.
Okay, so
Describe it to
I'm
me.
at the fore of the ship, and I think there's probably a rope that holds a mast in place. So it may, whether it's on the side
From
of the
here
ship.
to the mainmast.
Yeah, exactly. And I walk up it.
All right, up it.
So I don't think they may not see me yet.
No, they're coming up to the top, and you're essentially come to this point in the foremast or in the mainmast. And you have a couple options. You can slide down or you can jump down.
I want to jump down. I want to land right next to her. I land right next to her.
Boom! You watch as, and the heat is intense. It's like you literally jumped into a fireplace, and you can start to feel the heat crackle and sizzle around you as you start activating into the dance.
And
with
I
her.
say, was it me you were summoning?
And you can see Reyes in a moment while she's continuing her dancing. She looks and double takes as you just are standing right next to her. But in a moment, she doesn't break her stride and momentum, but the entire time she's locking her eyes on you as she continues. And you suddenly hear a voice boom inside of your head, like somebody took a speaker and just jammed it into your ear and turned it on full blast. The pain, it echoes inside of your head as you hear a loud voice.
Who dares interrupt the ritual? Only one may have my power. Who is the rightful captain of this ship?
And you can hear it as your head is just
Ghostbusters
the
moment.
pain.
Ghostbusters
Okay, I
Buckles
do
you
the. I
down.
start doing the
Ghostbusters
dance.
moment.
I start doing the dance.
Yes.
And I say to the voice, it is I, the Versace maiden. Through screams in my
through
head, I
screams
guess.
in your head, and you can see as Reyes staring at this moment is just you can see as her eyes come up to whatever she's looking towards as she continues the movement, and you two are essentially dancing in circles on this very small dais at the moment.
Dude,
as
this works.
the voice continues to just crush inside of your head.
You have not proven yourself worthy.
And you feel the flames come up again.
I have only one.
Okay, I'm gonna use my raise to.
Ass off, girl.
No, I'm gonna kill Captain Reyes if I can.
Ooh!
In the dance off.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
you just got served.
This
for
is the
real.
most hardcore dance off ever.
No, I'm gonna. The only tools I have right now are my fingers because I feel like with everything gone, my sword's gone. I am going to, as I'm staring at her and doing the motions, try to get my fingers in her eyes and shoot up.
What the fuck, dude?
So you
I feel like those are my.
Wow. That escalated real quick.
okay, so you can spend your raise to do a wound to her for sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna go
So-
about some fancy pressure point or something. No, just right in the eye.
No.
I wanna
As
be
you
walking
The
out of
Versace are
captain's
crazy.
Yeah, like you
Oh
see
my
that.
god.
so as you lunge for her, I have to make raises for her right now. So
Say something cool like, I see you. Or something like that. I'm no longer your pupil.
Oh, that's good. I like it.
That's a good one.
That's pretty good.
okay. So you watch as in the midst of her dancing, you lunge to give her this eye gouging, and she parries as you scratch along the side of her face, and you can see your nails draw blood along the side of her
Okay.
as she, from a boot from not even from a boot, from like a small item. You watch as she pulls up a small stone knife and lunges at you with her own, continuing this jungle, just entrancing dance as she comes after you and spends one of her raises to do a wound to you. So you exchange blow for blow at the moment.
This is insane. This is insane.
The drums don't stop. You can hear as the music continues to kind of build up as this is now led up in here, and you can see some of the pirates.
I'm definitely screaming, so
right.
If they can hear me scream.
You hear the screams. So as you, I'm sure we'll actually very easily have you hear the screams of Stella on the side. You can also see a couple of pirates who have pulled their cutlasses out like what is going on, and they make a rush for the stage, but they can't get close to you because the heat is so intense. As they just are like rushing, but you can feel the heat come back as the flames around you for a brief moment and make a small green wall around you. Briefly though, just as it comes up, and you can feel the kind of acrid smoke kind of into your lungs, and you should be coughing, but instead it feels comforting.
It's working.
All right, you three.
Milton hears the screams.
So we hear her screaming.
You hear Stella's scream piercing the night through the bongo drums and the wind instruments, and you can hear the shouts of several of the pirates as well.
I come rushing out with the silver rifle, just looking to see what happened.
All right, are you all you rushing out?
Damn it, Stella!
I put down. Yep. I put down like the cool book I was looking about cool monsters or
Hector's
some
book
shit.
club.
And I'm just like, and I look at Nicole like, we look at each other like, Stella. All right, so we very carefully run out so we don't trip any other booby traps or anything.
Right.
I'm running poison speed, so whatever that may be.
Well, you're at 3. Take two more at this point.
So I'm at 3 total right now?
You're at 3 total wounds out of your 7.
I'll even like put Nicole over my
Thanks,
like
dude.
shoulder like that.
Thanks, dude.
But we're not. I don't want to run all the way out. We're following Milton's lead. I just want to do it. Open the door and kind of look out from the door thing. Can we see the stage from the door?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
well, you can see the flames, and you can see Stella and Reyes looking like two built Greco-Roman female wrestlers with flames dancing around them.
Impressive. Yes, it's awesome.
I just got an idea. I just had an idea. So I know Milton ran out there. Is there any way I can quickly try to go through her documents to see if she has anything about this ritual or what might undo this ritual?
Yeah.
Or
feel free to stick around, and then can in this situation, since time is not on your side, I'm just going to release information as little bits go by. No raises or anything like that.
Cool.
Just going to release a little bit at a time. So after we have a little bit of a moment, remind me to come to you.
Okay.
Regurgitate some foe.
Because I'm not going to be good in a fight right now.
Stella, the flames are intense. Take another wound. From the sheer heat of it all, as you can start to feel your body glistening with sweat around you.
Okay.
As this voice continues to just echo inside of your head.
Do I start feeling more powerful at all, or what do I feel?
You just you don't feel dead.
Okay.
And that's good, because the flames, you should be blistering.
Okay.
At this stage. So whatever sacred rite that you've interrupted, the powers that be, and they are silent in your head at the moment, but the powers that be that are enacting this are essentially waiting to see what happens.
Okay, as I'm dancing, I'm
You're in a new situation, sweetie. We're going to roll up new raises for this
great.
entire thing.
Okay, great.
All right? How do you want to approach it?
I want to.
Your ritualistic dance off.
Okay, I've got to do some fucking crazy like Krav Maga / weird dance fight, because that's all I have with me right now.
So it's definitely going to be finesse.
Okay.
So it's whether you want to focus more on the dancing element, or if you want to focus more on the attacking element of it. Which is
I am so much better at dancing.
You will not get the bonus dice, though. because you already used.
That's
before.
fine. Yes, I know. I think I have to. I there's only so much I can do with fighting. So.
Great. And focus on the dance.
Yes.
Focus on the dance.
Get it, girl.
Yeah. So is that I'll do finesse and perform.
So let me know before you finish your raises and you commit your roll. At this point, this ritual has escalated up to a stage in which you can feel the crescendo of the music start to build and to rise as you can see kind of the flames like Sorcerer's Apprentice.
I'd like to change my approach. I'm going to convince her that the god is lying and there can be two of us. And I want to get her to drop her guard.
After scratching her face off?
Yeah, she loves it. She loves the violence.
So
this woman loves it
let me finish because there is a point to this that may be important. As the flames are continuing to rise and the music is a crescendo, I'm telling you for the dramatic purposes of this story, at raise 1, the ritual is complete. Okay?
Whoa.
So once everybody has 1 raise left, the ritual is complete.
Wow. Okay.
All right? At raise 2, the pirates will form a very tight circle around the fire, and you can see they're already starting to do that. The ones that have been off to the sides are already starting to kind of move closer to the fire in like a almost dazed, like spiritualistic kind of way. All right.
Okay.
Now that being said, how would you like to do the approach?
All right, I'm changing it again. I'm going to hunker down, and I'm only going to focus on being a like a stone brick kind of force against her, and I'm going to try to withstand any blows she gives me.
And you want to appease this god.
And I want to push her off the platform.
You want to push her off the platform.
So if she's coming at me with dexterity, I just want to hunker down and basically become a battering ram.
So you want to sumo her off of this platform.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is not my forte, but I would like to use brawn and athletics.
Great. That's fine. Brawn and athletics.
Wow.
Go for it. Now, you're all making approaches on this situation now too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Except for you, Jade, who is still sitting inside doing document.
looking through the
But
stuff.
you too, absolutely.
I want to take the shot.
Take the shot.
And I'm assuming it would be aim and resolve.
Aim and resolve.
Okay.
Great.
Taking the shot.
What you going for there,
Shooting that thing.
Santiago?
And just to be clear, I'm shooting the captain.
That's okay.
All right.
I think I'm going to go with just rushing headlong into this thing. And I am going to pull out that one pistol that I had. That's the one-shot pistol that we got from the
God.
jail guards down below.
Yeah.
And I'm leaving you here. You're basically... I picture that, like, I went like this, and you kind of just went, ooh, and, like, fell on your back, but you're going to start looking through. I don't know. But you're hanging out, so I'm leaving.
I'm just moving slow. I just got, like, draggy arms.
Too dark
Yeah.
or too much.
Yes. Exactly.
I'm like using my teeth to pick apart and turn pages.
So I'm pulling the pistol. I'm looking up at the platform. I'm rushing up or downstairs, whatever I have to do to get to the area with with all the soldiers, or the sailors, with all the guys. And as I'm doing it, I'm just like... This Vodachi woman is gonna get us killed.
Great.
In
Right
reference
now.
to Stella, right now. So, I think it might be a brawn weaponry.
Yeah, brawn weaponry. If you start, if I hear you correctly, are you going after the pirates or are you going after Reyes?
I'm going after the pirates.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going, like, I know that it's like a rugby or whatever the sport that is, where those dudes jump on each other to get the thing. They're doing
Rugby.
that. So yeah, so rugby. So
Scrum. You're jumping into the scrum.
There's a weird sport, I think it's in Japan or somewhere, where there's just a pole and there's a guy standing on a pole and then all the dudes around are protecting. I don't know if
I've
you've
seen that. I
You
think
know the
actually
video I'm
it
talking
might
about?
be in Barcelona.
Barcelona? Perfect.
Barcelona.
Perfect. In another world, that's where I would have been from. So I'm going to just head to like the bottom area. So heading towards sailors in case any of them are going to take a shot at Stella.
Are you taking them out on the way there too? That's what the weaponry's for?
Yes. Shots as if it's a zombie horde. Just boom, boom. Well, I mean, boom.
Gosh.
Boom. Wait.
Wait for it. That's why in Assassin's Creed 3 he had like 5 pistols on his front so that he could just pull out new pistols
I got the
every
one.
single time.
I'll
You
shoot
got
it,
one.
I'll throw the other one, and then I'll just like
start sorting it. Make your raises.
Okay.
Make your rolls.
And I don't need to roll anything.
No,
said?
you're researching as
Okay.
we just dive into. While they're making their rolls, though, I will let you know that she
Okay.
has done a lot of research on this Ankletheria mechanism.
Okay.
And there are lots of notes, and there are lots of different leads and documents and different items pointing to the
Great.
Ankletheria mechanism, and particularly the portal. She apparently has a lead on the La Lupas,
Oh,
where
interesting.
the last known location of it was.
God damn it! Now it's confirmed. Okay.
And I'll leave with that at the moment.
Okay, but nothing about this ritual that she's currently
Not yet,
doing.
not yet.
That's for later. You don't get it. You don't get it right off the bat.
I was hoping in the 2 raises left or whatever we have, I could be chanting some kind of undo the ritual
Well,
something.
Let's just see how this pans out first. So, who has the most amount of raises in this
3.
situation? 2, 2, 3.
Okay.
Oh my
Great.
god.
Of the 3s, who wants to go first? And remember,
Not me.
pennies for raises.
I'll go
It's
first.
distracting me over there.
Is it Satine?
No, huh? No. It's like our bosses.
Got it.
Nothing I can do.
I'm down with you going first.
Okay, cool. I'll go first.
Great. So you come in, pistol, 1 dead.
I killed a guy.
Yes. So tell me, I want you to paint this picture, Santiago, of you basically walking down like a Castilian badass with a single shot pistol, now just taking out pirates every which way.
Okay, cool. But I will have to reload in between each shot, right? So really, I get 1 shot, and then the rest of it's like hand-to-hand combat. Okay.
Well, you have the pistol.
Yeah.
I'm actually not letting you spend a raise on it. With your sword skills, you can take out 3 more pirates.
Oh, sweet.
Total with
So-
all your raises.
With all my raises, I can take out 3 pirates with my 3 raises.
With your
I
3
got
raises.
you. Okay, beautiful. Okay, perfect.
But
So,
if you
Don't go
wanna do
down
that
to
all-
1 raise. Don't go down to 1.
oh,
Well, here's the thing.
when
it's-
everybody's down to 1.
Everybody's down to 1.
Okay.
So if he uses all 3 of his now, that's fine. He can take out 3 whole pirates in this action, and that's not a problem.
Okay.
Well, I'm definitely going to do that. I like how you have me sort of on the outside. Let's stick to that. So I'm heading towards the outside. There's a pirate. Picture like a Shmee-looking mother. Picture like a little do-rag and like a couple missing teeth.
Yeah.
And he's real happy.
So cute.
So cute. But he's a gross pirate. He's done some gross shit.
Okay.
Trust.
Got it.
He's done some awful things to other human beings.
Got it.
So he's like, like being real gross at the thing, and he's like moving slowly to try to go maybe kill Stella.
Okay.
And I just walk in like a badass, just like this, just like,
He's doing it.
and he just turns around like this. Yeah, falls over
Do
the
it to
side of the
camera.
boat.
Do it to camera.
Well, I did this one right here.
Yeah, I did it that
Oh,
way.
He's like this. And he falls over the side of the boat.
Brain matter
and I
out.
put that pistol away.
Yeah.
Take out my sword, and the 2 guys that are like, "Oh, hey, what's going on over here?" Before they can be like, just like, and then slice up. So I stab a guy in the stomach, like, oh,
Castilian's out! Get him!
and I go, so I stab him, bring it down, and then I bring it up to another guy that's like, whoa, and he gets all gross and bloody,
Right.
and they both fall down.
I
And-
love that you're
Oh.
killing all these guys, but I also love that your go-to justification for why they deserve to die is that they're gross.
They're
Yeah.
gross. They're terrible things.
Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell. They're terrible human beings.
So that's 2. Do you want to
Three-
leave 1
three
raise?
total.
All 3 total. No, it's 4. The first shot
Plus
wasn't a
3.
raise. So you cleared this whole first line.
Yeah, I'll
of
take out a
pirates.
4th guy.
All right.
Yeah?
Cool.
Yeah, the 4th guy's
Hector-
like, here's what's sad. The 4th guy's like a 16-year-old kid. Like, he's like new on the ship.
man.
Like, you know, he's like, he wanted a life of adventure.
Just learning.
He's had a rough life, and he's a good guy at heart. And he had his
Just a
heart
kid.
broken. He had a love that was not reciprocated. So he's like, I'm gonna get on this ship and I'm gonna make myself a better man. And
Just yesterday, he stood on the front of the ship and was like, "I'm king of the world!" Just yesterday.
And you know what's ironic?
Not
His name
anymore.
is Leo. That's his
Oh,
name.
man.
Yes.
And now I'm
That's
gonna
even
fucking kill
worse.
him.
Oh my gosh.
You're
you're
not,
gonna
you're
kill
not
a
going to fucking
kid.
kill him. He's
He
fucking
did.
dead.
He's
He's
fucking
dead.
Yeah, he's a
He's
dead
already
man.
dead.
Killed a
There's like a little pendant that falls out of his hand. So.
Oh, and then I pick it up like, yeah.
Booty.
I definitely pick up that
booty.
pendant. Okay, and
So
maybe that'll be
Stella.
a side quest later. I'll go deliver that.
Stella, let's do ours.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, Stella.
Oh, boy.
So, I made 2 raises for Reyes in this situation versus your 3. So you're going to be pushing back and forth a little bit. And she's going to spend her 2 raises to kind of continue to hold the space in this ritual.
Okay.
She's going to... but how are you want to spend yours at the moment? You can
describe the dais. Is it wooden?
It's a wooden round dais that doesn't seem to be burning, despite the fact that it's in the middle of flames.
And I've been on this thing for a minute. How sturdy is it? Like, I mean, is it
sturdy.
Incredibly sturdy? It says it's like it's on top of a column.
Yes.
Okay.
With wood stacked around it, and the flames rising up alongside the column. You're also about not 10 feet up, like 8 feet up.
Okay. The thing. The main thing I want to do is trip her, get her. Because I'm most worried about her legs. I feel so. I want to basically do like Muay Thai jabs with my feet at her T-band.
Right.
While pushing her back, so that.
Okay. You want to disable the fact that she can dance.
Disable a leg, yeah.
So you want to disable her dancing while at the same time trying to shove her off the stage, but you're not focusing on dancing at all.
No.
Okay. All right. So
not right now.
As you come in and you could feel her taking a couple, she spends all the raises to maintain the dance. Okay, and you are essentially making jabs at her, and you can watch her like go down to a single knee, but you can feel as she's slashing with her stone knife, causing 2 more wounds to you, by the way. As she's wildly slashing her stone knife, but you kick her down, disable her, and she kind of goes down to 1 knee, but gets back up and does another flourishing move as you are edging her towards the side of the dais. That's for 1.
Okay.
So now you're at 2. All right. And you've done 3 wounds to her for that.
Okay.
Okay? So you can also hear the voice just billowing inside of your ear and into her, and you can see as she kind of like clenches from the pain a little bit too, as she's like, as you hear her go,
"What are you doing?"
And I say, "I am your champion. Get rid of this other one."
Think.
It's like, I'm confused.
What is this?
Dormammu, I'm here to bargain.
What is this?
I know what you asked for. Someone strong of heart, beautiful and brave inside and out. This one is nothing.
Okay.
Are you willing to commit to the pact? This is not negotiable. Kill her and seal the pact and become my servant.
And we're not hearing any of this.
It's all just echoing in her brain at the moment.
Reyes!
As you wish!
You have served me for millennia!
This is not good.
Are you going to let this withering Vodachi whore take your time off this ship?
Okay,
I've been called worse.
Withering. That was the painful part.
Yeah. Or, okay.
Are you weak or are you my champion?
And you can see as she's committing to the dance, and you can hear her yell. You can hear her yell, I will slay her! I will gut her, and I will take her blood, and I will feed your mouth with my own hand. As she lifts up and she lunges right toward you, plunging the stone knife down as hard as she can. We're see how she does. And she takes it into you pretty deep. It's 2, 3, 4 raises. So that's going to give you a dramatic wound. So you watch as she plunges the knife deeply into your shoulder as you stagger back in a locked grapple at this point. And you are still facing off, but she has the knife plunged inside of you at the moment, and you're kind of, both of you, unable to get a good grasp on each other because the sweat is just slick, and it's just running off of you.
So how many raises have I spent?
You've spent 1.
Okay.
And at this point, for purposes of game's sake, you have interrupted the ritual.
Okay.
You have essentially demanded a trial by combat up here.
Okay.
You know? And the ritual will still go off at 1, but something different will happen. You will not... Essentially, the ritual will happen, but not in the way that originally was intended.
Okay.
Okay?
Very cool.
You're taking that shot?
Taking the shot. I got 2 raises, but I was wondering if I could use a Benny to make it 3.
Yes.
To just make it...
Benny it up.
Yeah, take a Benny.
Nice.
Yeah, Milton.
So, though, what will happen is because you're firing a pistol, you will...
No, I'm firing the hunting rifle.
The hunting rifle. So, because you're firing the hunting rifle, normally a regular pistol would do a single dramatic wound. Okay? Since this is a very special weapon, it is going to do 2 dramatic wounds.
Yes.
Okay?
There's a guy in a mask here.
Oh.
Okay. Sorry.
And you're going to do 2 bonus.
No.
Okay. No.
Oh, wait. Yep.
Okay.
I feel out of the loop.
Is it a luchador, man?
And I want to know what's going on.
I don't know.
Hang on, I think
We work in a crazy place.
We're either being robbed or we're being pranked.
That's fine. Luchadors. So
both. Okay, great.
Both. Right. We have 2 dramatic wounds, and then you took another, and she took another 2 just from the spill off from using the hunting rifle. Okay. Now she gets +2 bonus dice.
Yeah, it'd be perfect. It'd be great.
Until the end. So until she's dead. So
by wounding her, I actually gave her better abilities.
Damn it.
7th C works.
Oh, what is she, the Incredible Hulk?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
So,
Well, no, that's
do you
how
want to
the
describe
death
to me?
spiral works.
Oh,
yeah, that's how the death spiral works.
Milton stands behind like a barrel or something, and he steadies it on the top of the barrel.
Cool.
And just style. They're going back and forth, but Milton knows that his shot will ring true. He pulls the trigger back, and he says a silent prayer to his gods.
The smoke puffs out from the midst of the rifle. You hear this cacow as it echoes amongst the open sea. As you watch a bullet, while she has it literally plunged into your chest, you can watch as her shoulder is exposed to Milton, and you watch as her exposed shoulder, you see a bullet just exit out through her other side as she stumbles back.
I stab my finger right into that hole and push.
She's leaving the stone knife inside of you.
Fine.
Okay.
My whole approach was to be just a thick slab of meat.
Right. Well, when you have raises, you can start jamming that finger into that little wound of hers.
So how many wounds did Milton's shot give Reyes?
2 dramatic wounds.
2 dramatics.
And 2 regular. All right.
I still have 2 raises left.
Yeah. Oh, you still have 2 raises left. That's right.
Because I had 3, and I only spent 1.
You can do 2 more wounds.
The thing is, how many raises did you spend?
I spent all 3 of them to make that shot.
Oh fuck!
It's a hard shot.
So if you spend
Especially
one raise,
since you guys were
if I spend 1 raise, it's
then the ritual's complete.
The ritual,
Unless we take a Benny.
Oh my god!
How many more bennies we have? 8. Internet, we need your help.
We don't have the.
You have 9.
Subscribe.
We don't have the subscriber sound effects.
Okay, well then.
I've been hearing a bunch of seagulls, but I'm sure that's not it.
No, it's my.
Yep.
In fact, I'm going to escalate this up from soft pirate ship.
Yeah, it's kind of.
It's a little peaceful right now.
Chill right now.
Super chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it for just subscribers or Twitch Prime subscribers? What's the deal?
Twitch Prime subscribers are fine.
I see at least 5.
All right. So that gives you.
Benny it up, girl.
That gives you your old Benny back.
So we're at a max 10, guys.
You're at max 10.
Let's use the hell out of these bennies.
Okay, okay. So I want to take 2 of those bennies.
Just do 7.
take all 7 of them?
Just use
I
7
We can.
bennies.
You can only
No,
do.
what's the limit?
There
Because
is
we
a
made a
limit.
limit for Damion because he tried to take like 7 of them.
Yes, and what happened is that, and I'm trying to actually remember what the limit was on it, but I think I allowed you 2 bennies
Per situation.
raise per
Okay.
like situation.
Okay.
So you can do a max.
I'll
of,
take 2 then, and that'll get me back to 4 then. I've got 4 left.
Thank you, sub.
Thank you,
All right.
subs.
Thank you.
2 out. Any
Okay.
more subscribers up to this point, we'll put them back in the pot.
Okay.
Okay, so now I have 4 raises. And one of them will be to jab my finger into her fucking chest.
That's badass.
So, all right. So that's gonna give her 2 wounds, just because it's nasty.
And then
Why not?
this is what here.
So
Stand up.
doesn't that mean
Jason,
that she's
stand
got a
up.
3rd dramatic wound now?
Because she had 2 before, and you gave her
No,
2.
but she still has to fill out her wounds. She still has to fill out her
But she
total
get 2
wounds.
dramatic wounds, then 2 wounds, then you just gave her 2 more. And doesn't
Yeah,
that?
but there's 4 in each spot laid up to dramatic wounds. So it's
So there's
regular.
1 more spot
Look at
after
your
that.
death spiral.
No, I know. I'm looking at it. So it's 1, 2. Okay, so
1, 2,
boom,
3,
boom. So
4.
she's at 2.
But
then
she's
got
still got to
3
do these
3
guys.
more.
But she's still got to do
Just
this.
the stars are getting filled out, not the circles. When
The
it's
circles are
dramatic
getting
wounds.
filled out
Right.
too. And
Yeah,
she,
once you get to a star, doesn't that give you the idea that the 4 circles getting to that star are also filled up?
No. Right. I know.
All right.
Weird.
now remember, and she's not a player like you. She's a villain.
Right.
So she
Not a
has
player,
different
she just
rules
likes
around
to
you
crush
guys.
a lot.
And the fact that I'm even using this death spiral
Yeah.
is just kind of a way for me to keep track. And theoretically, she wouldn't get bonus dice either. You would only get bonus dice if you got a 2nd dramatic wound, which I don't think anybody has a 2nd dramatic wound. In
Oh,
the
okay.
moment. So,
No.
but I'm keeping track of how kind of things are going in here.
All right, I'm Reyes.
Okay, so I basically grab her and go and then like I shift my feet like this, so I'm like pushing her.
Pushing her in.
Yeah.
Wow.
But also staying upright.
Okay.
And I want to spend a raise to
No,
lock my
she doesn't-
foot
okay.
right behind hers and do one last push.
Leverage.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Ivan, can you see that under the table? That
I
was
did.
some fancy footwork.
I see her just trying to basically make it so that she can push her right down into the flames. But
You'll
let's
have a nice
see.
trip CNX fall move.
Let's just see how she does. Because she has raises that she has to counter against this as well too.
Okay.
So and that gave her 2, 3, 4 raises.
Okay, should I spend all 4 of mine?
So you're gonna bat stuff back and forth. So as you basically trip her, like you spend a raise to trip her,
Okay.
causing another wound onto her, bringing this farther. But as she comes down onto her back, inches away from the flame, and you can see the searing heat, which the green flames close enough should like bubble and blister her skin, but it just seems to just glisten on the side of her sweat-struck face as she takes your arm and puts her hand on your shoulder and slams you down prone next to the side of her,
Okay.
causing you a wound.
Okay.
All right?
So that's not quite a dramatic wound.
And then taking her other ability, she essentially attempts to lift you and throw you back against the pole using another raise to basically get you away from her so that she can create some space. So after slamming you down, she picks your body up and kind of like chucks you, knocking you essentially onto your ass as you kind of rolling into the center part of it, facing you off with 2 raises at this moment. So
Okay, so I have 4 raises.
you have 4. She put 2 to put you into this situation, and more importantly, she that's going to give you another wound too. Every raise that I spend is a wound against you.
Another raise. Okay, great. Then then I will and she's still standing up?
And one more time.
She's still standing?
Yes, she is still standing. Well, she's standing up now.
Okay, great. Then this seems I'm gonna bear hug her and jump off the platform with her in my arms.
Okay. You guys were exchanging wounds back and forth. Well, if you want to dive into it, by
Well,
all means.
I have like 10
10 what?
wounds.
Yeah, but that's not even two of the big wounds, right?
Well, okay, so I want to dive off into the ocean.
So you want to
launch
dive off.
ourselves into the ocean.
No.
Oh, well, okay. What will have to happen then is you'll have to essentially knock her off the dais anyway, and then because you're about 10 feet even from the side of the boat.
Okay, so that's not possible.
That'll be very challenging. Simply
Is it
because
4 raises challenging?
4 raises challenging.
Sounds pretty dramatic, Ivan.
So, it's gonna be definitely like you have to describe to me how you're gonna get her into the water.
Awesome.
So.
Okay, so I'm on the ground, and I say, "How dare you reject me? This beast, this demigod, whoever you are praying to, he is mine. But I don't like to share a bed alone." And I stand up and I hook my arm around her waist, so she's facing that way. I hook my arm around her waist, and I press into the T-band I've been attacking so that she has to buckle her knee on that leg, and I do a running spring jump.
Running spring jump.
Yeah, so it's like like.
And you try to grab a hold of. And
yeah.
Oh, you're holding on to her. Yeah. Okay, so as you're doing this spring jump, and this is a raise. You have to spend 4 raises to do this. You're just spending a raise to do this.
Okay.
Okay. And as you're essentially running her out, attempting to pick her up and toss her into the sea.
With me. We're both going. Yeah.
Right. You jump, but then as you're leaping over to the side, you watch as Reyes essentially wiggles in a way to get you on top of her and grasps the hand of all of the pirates who are essentially reaching up for her to prevent her from going up, and they basically grab you as you clear the fire in order to slam you back down onto the deck in like a crowd surfing format. So you've jumped, but they grabbed you and kind of forced a crowd surf onto you and slammed you both down onto the side of the deck, causing her a wound, causing you 3 wounds.
Damon, what is your name?
You can hear the voice kind of cutting out, and Reyes looks panicked. She turns to you and goes, "You stupid bitch! We have to get back on there. You don't realize he'd rather turn this boat. We have to get back up and finish the ritual. You can kill me or I can kill you, but it has to be up there." And you can see as she's climbing, as she's getting off of you and is attempting in every effort as the pirates are boosting her back up to the dais in any way they can, and she's climbing over the fire, essentially trying to get back up onto the dais. As you can continue to hear the laughing echo inside of your head.
And I guess that's 1. So how many raises did I spend for that?
Spent a single raise.
Just 1.
And you can see as pirates, the ones, at least these ones are the ones that brought her in, but these ones are all starting to come around to close in on you.
Okay.
Onto the side of the boat.
So now at this point, like, I'm realizing I can't do it alone. I've got 3 raises left, and I feel like all of that might have created an opportunity for everybody else. So I'm gonna hand out.
So how would you like to create an opportunity for them? Because that's also part of the drama.
Okay, so the opportunity is.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
If you spend all your raises, and you end the ritual, and nobody's up on that platform, what happens? What happens if we don't punch in the numbers in the bunker and lost?
Yeah. That's what.
Does the world blow up?
So instead, what I create an opportunity. I say, you pirates, you have been misled. The demon who you are bringing up from the depths of the earth, he has told me that I am the new champion. Just something enough to, and so that'll create opportunities.
Okay, so what that'll do is that will definitely give both these 2 extra raises, because it'll just essentially distract them.
Yeah.
Long enough, because even if they don't believe you, they're looking at you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know a little bit too much information.
Yes.
And I still haven't found anything.
Now it's talked about you.
Okay,
It's
great.
been a bit. So, let me turn down my music, my shanties.
Adventure. Demons.
Suspense.
So, you are looking through the documents, and there is a lot of information, again, about the Anklotherium mechanism. You've learned, actually, a lot about your ship, the La Lupus. In particular, like I said, not only was this the last destination, but that you 5 expressly were on a destination in order to acquire it and then take it to its destination. And it's surprising because you look at this and you're like, she knows who we are. Like, this is in part why they let you on the ship, and why she got you in the position was because she knew exactly who you were. You know, as soon as you approached onto the ship.
I don't like that.
And it's the thing that you learn in this stage, but while all this is happening, is that there is dedications and there is symbols to what you understand as, let me pull this up real quick. Let me get my name correct. You can see the sigil of the great deep beast, Krakolis.
Okay, so using what I know about these type of rituals from all of my archaeology and digging and scholarship.
Krakolis is the god of sunken ships.
Is that the god who, like, using what I know, would it make sense that this ritual they're doing right now would be to Krakolis?
There is, as you kind of see the sigil for the first time and looking at it, you're now starting to notice that his sigil is implanted in different places everywhere. This is,
okay.
Yes. This is a ship dedicated to the god of sunken ships. It is known only as I'll actually think of the better name for the boat as well in a little bit, because I don't want to give you a poor name. This is, in his mind, this is his vessel.
Krakolis?
Krakolis's. This is.
He uses the Crimson Roger.
This is the Crimson Roger does his bidding.
Yep.
And this ship belongs to him.
Okay.
This is his vessel of destruction to bring ships down below, and then that is the gift that the Crimson Roger gives to Krakolis in exchange for its powers.
Okay. Can I move to outside of the room?
Yes.
To communicate with whoever of my friends is closest to me.
Milton is the closest because he's still got his rifle up on that barrel at the moment.
Okay, I want to run out of the room and yell, but particularly like grabbing Milton.
Yeah.
This ship belongs to the god Krakolis. Do you have any jurisdiction over that god?
No! Run!
Run!
Where?
I don't know! My first reaction.
That's a good reaction. That's
but you know the name, and it is an old god.
Oh.
Okay.
Krakolis.
But it's an old evil god, right? So he's probably not going to help me.
Yeah.
Damn it.
He is one of the.
Are there any old good sea gods that might counterbalance if I could summon the magic to summon them?
You definitely know Krakolis is the son of Tridentia, which is the goddess of the sea. Okay, and she is one of the old gods, and she essentially this was her only son, who was corrupted by the god of the netherworld. You know, so he was he essentially did something to piss off the great old god, and then he was banished to the darkest depths, in which now he sits there, and his mother, still watching over him, continues to lament over her fallen child, but her fallen child only cares about accumulating more. He is a greedy god. All right. And thus he rules over the ravines, the dark depths, and is always asking for more treasure. So
more treasure.
Who yells out, "Release the Krakolis"?
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Does this god and his followers have their own language by any chance?
It's the language of the old gods.
Okay.
Question for you, Ivan. If you have a hero point from a previous session, does that carry over, or is it carries over?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sweet. I have written down that I have 1 hero point. I don't know if I've used it or not.
You probably haven't. I don't remember you using a hero point.
no.
Right there. I think now would be good. If I have one, now would be a good time to use it.
Yes.
Yeah, but your things that you could use it for
To get hero points, yes, they're over here as well.
No, not to get them, to use them. Like, usually your advantages say spend a hero point
to use an
to do
advantage.
something.
Oh,
They can also be done to, I think they also,
The
I believe,
backgrounds?
give you some
I don't think
raises.
it's to use an advantage. It's to use your virtue, right?
yeah. I have a. I know that
I
backgrounds.
mean, you can use some of your advantages or quirks.
My backgrounds will give you a hero point if you complete something that relates to the background. For example,
That's to get a hero point, though.
to get
You're
a hero
talking
point.
about
I
the
just want to
spending
spend one.
right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
a hero point will give you 1 bonus d10 to your roll before a risk. You may spend multiple hero points in this fashion.
Cool.
3 bonus d10s to another hero's raise. This represents the hero helping the second in some way, even if it's only moral support.
Okay.
Activating a special ability on your sheet or taking an action while helpless.
I want to help Stella.
Okay.
She's about to get ganged up on by Reyes and all of these pirates. Okay, you're getting surrounded.
Yeah.
And I'm off to the side, and people are distracted because they're looking at you now. So I want to maybe do some cool stuff to try to kill some dudes, but then give you that support to do what you have to do.
She needs to get back up on the dais, because if... Yeah.
Okay.
So you're, by the way, for the record, at the beginning of this round, because, well, we're actually not, we haven't spent all the raises yet.
I got an extra one because Stella distracted everybody.
I gave Hector one, Jason one, and then I can't. It doesn't. Do you need one or?
I don't have any.
She's
Then
not,
I'll
not in
give-
this situation. Now that you're in the situation, you can tell me how you want to approach
Okay,
it.
then I'll give
Okay.
Hector 2 and Jason 1.
All right, but not until this is resolved. Hector 2, Jason 1, and then you're giving her 3 bonus.
By using my hero point, yes.
Right, so you're burning a hero point to give her 3 additional die. I think that you can only do that when she's doing a raise.
Okay.
So
I have to wait for her to say what her approach is, and then I can be like,
Yes.
assist.
Yes.
Cool.
So,
All right.
So what will happen is that
Make
you're
it
at
good,
1,
Amy.
you're
Okay.
at 1, and then you're still at...
I'm at 0 then.
It's 0.
Or 1-1. Or can I do 2?
Well, no, it's. I think when you're spending.
Okay,
raises
so
to
I
create
have
oppor-
one as well. So
'Cause
all
what you-
3 of us have one.
Well, because what happens is, and maybe I misrepresented this, I apologize. When you spend raises, okay, you're creating opportunities. Now, it doesn't mean you're giving raises over, you're not passing them over. What you're doing is you're essentially creating an opportunity that they can spend a raise on in order to take advantage of.
Okay.
Okay? So you still have 2 raises left. At
3.
the bottom
Wait,
here.
Right? 3?
I thought you spent 1 to jump off. Or is that 4 and then you're at 3?
I had 4. I had 1 to fight her, 4 to 1 to jump off, and then so that's 3 left.
Okay, so I'm sorry, you have 3.
Yeah.
So you have 3 at the bottom of this thing.
Okay. And so I can't give them raises?
You cannot give them
I
raises.
can't
Just
give
have
them raises.
opportunities.
Okay, so I
You can
had them
create
distracted.
opportunities.
So I spend a raise to distract everybody. Or
Yeah, you can spend a raise to distract everybody with that declaration. That's fine. Spend a raise.
okay.
You know, everyone's looking at you.
Okay.
You got 2 left.
2 more raises, and I still want to use my athletics. So I'll try to get back on the dais and kill a pirate on the way.
Okay, so
That's always good.
you knock a pirate off. For 1 raise, you can kill a pirate. That's not
Yeah,
a problem.
I am the chosen one. You have been worshipping the wrong woman, and I
Shove one off the
shove
side.
one off the.
He tumbles off the side of the boat. You hear a
Wilhelm
splash
scream.
as you essentially start piling back on, following her. The fire is not burning you because you are still in the running.
connected with this
Whatever's going on, and you are essentially reaching out as Reyes is continuing to climb up it, but you're only just a few feet behind.
Okay.
And Reyes spends 3 of her raises, or spends a single raise. I'm sorry, it's not a terrible thing. She spends a single raise to get back up on the dais, and then spends a raise to continue the ritual, not triggering the end of ritual stuff.
Okay.
So she's continuing it up.
Okay.
And you watch as this. All of the pirates are still singing, by the way, keeping this intent and energy going. But you see, as Reyes stands back up with you climbing up to the top, from the fire, you watch as smoke-laden forms leap up and clash up in the side and crash into clouds onto the main mast. Not the main mast, the main deck. All right? And from the billowing smoke, you watch as several skeletal forms emerge, holding cutlasses, as the bone clacking with the sound of the flames, as the fire lifting and lifting continues to burn brightly. So, now they're skeletons.
Dang it!
Cool.
This is crazy.
This is crazy.
Oh, you got skeletons?
I've got skeletons.
Oh, hell yeah.
Sweet. I'm gonna have to go peep those later. These probably look real cool.
Oh man, look at Noah! Stop putting so many on there.
Like, we have more coming. Every
Lots
round.
of them.
All right, looks like we're just gonna have to
That's
use one of
too
our
many.
grenades.
Yeah.
That was in Werewolf.
What about a nuke?
That was.
That's brick battles.
Never.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oof. Duh.
You have nukes and brick battles? That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yes, we have
right.
nuclear weapons.
And they mess up the whole board.
Made of Legos.
That's crazy.
Santiago, Alejandro, take 3 wounds.
3 wounds?
3 wounds.
Yikes.
I'm getting attacked by skeleton soldiers.
No, you're getting attacked by the 3 pirates who are still around you.
Okay. Cool.
God.
Okay.
Okay, shit.
Now Reyes has her.
Reyes is on the desk.
She's gonna use the last of her raises because this action sequence is continuing, y'all.
Okay.
All right. So she's going to use her and how I'll get it so that you see the mechanics of this a little bit is she has committed a certain amount of raises to appease Krakolis. All right. You have committed a certain amount of raises to Krakolis as well.
Oh, okay.
But I will tell you right now that she has 8 to your 5 at the moment, or 5 to your 3. The spread is the same. So
Okay.
she has 2 more raises than you at the moment
Okay.
on this. But now she's on the dais and you're not. So how do you want to approach as this action sequence continues?
Oh man.
The Battle of the Crimson Roger.
I know. With a man down.
So where's each of us right now? Just to lay it out. Stella's up on the thing.
I'm getting there.
Okay,
Oh.
you're getting there. Milton's hanging back.
Can
with
I
the gun.
reload my rifle at
Oh,
this
yeah.
time? I mean, is it soon?
Cool. So
Okay,
he's
I'm reloading.
He's
Yeah, no,
reloaded.
and I think at this point, if you want to approach the situation with reload and shoot, it will just take you a raise to reload.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, but didn't I spend all 3 to try to shoot? So, like, when does that reset?
Right now.
Oh, great.
You're all reapproaching this new situation with new raises.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. You, Nicole and Jade, are now in this situation.
I can
as
now
well,
get
too.
in on this.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna wait until Stella makes her pitch because I wanted to use that hero point to boost you up.
Great. I'm going to kill her. I'm going to murder her. And I'm going to do it using the sword, probably a saber or a cutlass that I got from the pirate I pushed off the edge of the ship.
Okay.
So do you have that again, or was that discarded with your clothes?
That's
just
a
pushed the
new
pirate
one.
off
That's
the
a
ship.
brand new
Oh,
one.
you just
So
pushed the
for
pirate off the ship.
for
Great,
that,
great.
it's definitely going to be as you approach this. I think that's fair, but you have to spend a raise to essentially disarm for a cutlass from one of these pirates or one of these many skeletons that are around you.
Great.
But yes, yeah, you already shoved that guy back and
Okay.
he kind of fell off. So a raise for a cutlass if you want it.
Yes, and then I'll attack her. So I actually am not great at attacking, but you know, it is what it is.
What if you perform an attack?
Then maybe focus on what you're good at, man.
What if you have
Okay.
scholarship in attack?
I could, you know what? That is one thing I haven't
Out
actually
dancing.
committed myself to is dancing for Krakokus.
Krakosis.
Krakolis.
Colas. You wrote it down.
And you don't know that that's his name yet, right?
No, I don't know.
So I think my approach is going to be to try to run into the center right about where Santiago is as well, and have both of us like hoist her up there.
Hoist!
And as we're doing that, I'm gonna say the god's name is Krakolas. Like I'm just gonna transfer as much information as I can.
And I'm gonna grab both of your hands and go, I'm going to dance for my life.
So if you would like to kind of see how the map's laid out here at the moment, you will see that Stella is a tiny bit surrounded by skeletons.
A tiny bit.
This is the
Only
fire
like 79
that's
of
currently
them.
burning around it, which means this is the workable edge around you. So with Santiago and you working together, there are about 4 that you would have to in order to clear off to
Can
get
I like
into her.
finesse my way through there?
You will take a wound for every one that you want to finesse yourself around.
Well, they're not facing me; they're facing them.
You're muscling yourself around a 5-foot area around a skeleton armed with a cutlass. So
I'm not doing finesse, Ivan. My hero point that I'm gonna use to help Stella
another hero point.
dance. No, I never used the one.
Okay.
Because this is the assist.
Yes.
She set up. She She said her approach was, I'm going to dance real hard. So now I'm stuck having to fucking help you do that somehow.
No, I think that's the best move. She's a way better dancer than she's a fighter.
Okay, so
dance off.
and you can still make your raises to attack.
Correct, but my attack is now going to try to provide her that support and that opportunity so that she can pull that off.
Dance, Stella, dance like you've never danced before.
So I'm gonna go full on Wolverine Berserk and
Definitely
just
no one's watching.
cut through pirates, skeletons to just clear a path so that she can get up on the platform.
Great.
That's how I want to use my basically my brawn and weaponry.
Roll it up. And then give that hero point, so you got 3 extra dice for this raise.
So this is weird. I would like to try. I'm gonna combine.
Nothing with you. Everything with you guys is weird.
I'm gonna combine finesse and scholarship because I want to wiggle my way up there and then convey as much information as I can in this lift about Krakolas.
All right, boost her up. So for that boost, make the raise. So. And Milton, are you just continuing to shoot? So all these raises are dedicated to shooting from there?
Yes.
All right, then continue.
That's the best thing Milton can do right now if his magic is not happening.
It's difficult, yeah, without a hero point.
Yeah.
So
well, and you know, with Krakolas' magic kind of like pulling in all the. That's how I look at it too.
Yes.
No hero point.
He's seeping it. He is
draining it all
on
all
this
the
domain.
magic force.
Yeah. So with you, with what your district is, a raise will reload and a raise will take out a dude, unless you want to spend 3 to specifically shoot Reyes. You know.
I do, and I need to take another Benny because I only rolled 2.
Okay.
Again, so I would like to use 3 to shoot her.
You want to shoot her again?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, hold on. I mean, let's be fair here, though. Would it take 3 to reload and shoot, or would I need 4?
Single. It actually, you're right. Thank you for bringing that. But it's single to reload.
So can I take 2 bennies then?
Yeah.
So I got a shooter.
You are down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, my friend.
And the 2 is your max that you can take. In
Okay, good.
So yes.
Okay, so I'm taking the max so I can shoot her.
Great. How many raises do we have? 5.
4.
4. 2.
Did that include the 3 that I gave you?
Yes.
Oh, that's pathetic.
It was 3 dice. No, 3 dice
3
is like
dice?
an
I thought
average of
3
a raise.
dice.
Oh, my bad.
3 dice is like an average of an.
Yes.
If you gave me an extra raise.
3
I'll
dice.
take
So 2, 4, 4. So 5. So your situation, and depending on how you want to raise it, is that you can get there for a raise.
Mm-hmm.
You can boost her for a raise.
Okay.
And you can mitigate damage. You have 4 guys to get through for a raise. That'll spend everything. If
Do I need to spend a raise to convey information?
And a raise to convey information.
Because
No, the boosting. I'll give it to you with the boosting.
Okay, because and my thought is with the university and scholarship that any information I can give her on Krakolas' rituals and possible things she could say to give her an edge, that kind of stuff is the information that I want to give to her.
All right.
Okay, so I'm definitely spending 1 to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say I'm going to mitigate damage from 3 of them so that I still have the 1 left to boost her and give her as much information as possible.
Yeah, well, Cool, and you're only going to take 1 damage then.
That's great.
Nice.
That's pretty good. But you gotta paint this picture for me.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see it.
Okay, so Nicole is fully taking advantage of the fact that these guys are all looking at what's going on here and not at her. She's coming from behind. And she's a wily one. So she's got her dagger from her boot out just in case. And she's just sneaking through so that by the time she edges past every single person and they realize that something brushed by them.
All of them are skeletons, by the way.
Oh, all of them are skeletons.
Yes.
Okay. So by the time that they're even reacting to the fact that something moved past them, by the time they look there, she's not there anymore. She's already moved on. And she's snaking through them in such a way that it's not a direct line so that they could logically follow, this is what just got past me. I would be lost in amongst the other skeletons. So the only one that I would get a wound from then is the last one.
And
because
it turns
I wouldn't
around.
have someone else to hide behind at that point.
And as it goes by, it goes and it just kind of slashes you along the side of your back as it continues to kind of like.
And I turn around like, bitch, don't care.
That's the one moment that you actually realize that they are skeletons and not pirates.
Cool, yeah, I didn't know that up until that point.
That might freak you out, but you never know, so it's okay.
There is definitely a little bit of a fear element to it. And in fact, I have to look up because skeletons do have fear.
Okay, I'm glad that I didn't know that before then because I was a lot more ballsy. Yes. Yeah. Not knowing that they were skeletons. Oh my gosh.
Yes, you were bold about it until we got to this stage, and I just need to look up what that trait will do for these characters and creatures. Because I wasn't too sure if you were going to get to the point of summoning them or not. You totally summoned them. Making a hero. I'll get to it.
Was pretty bone-chilling.
Yeah.
But that's all.
Hey,
but that's all yours at the moment. Who would like to spend theirs next?
I got 2.
Oh, I got 4.
I got 4.
But I know that. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna defer because I want basically
Mine's
he
the
was
setup.
Yeah, he's the setup.
Yeah, and I was firing at her. But who are you deferring to, him or me? Because
to me, because I'm gonna help her get up on the platform.
Okay.
Me too. Me too.
So just picture.
But I mean, if my shot takes her out, she's already had 2 dramatic wounds. From my last
if you
shot.
knock her off, we still need
She
her
still
out
needs
there
to
to
get her
finish
up on the
it.
platform.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know. First of all, my character doesn't know what the hell is going on, but for some reason I'm like, Stella is my friend. I'm one of my best friends. I have to help her. Okay, this is crazy. Okay. So picture just like the coolest, like slow motion, like sexiest, most badass, like, running through a bunch of skeleton soldiers, and they're turning around, and I'm just like, no. And I'm like holding up my sword to like block them and do this and do that, and I'm making my way. I only have 2 raises, but I'm making my way through the crowd to get to Stella, and when I approach her, just like with you, we kind of do this thing.
How does it's a cheerleader thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we.
That's it.
Yeah, but real close together.
Oh.
So we made like a good foot pad.
We made a good
Nice.
foot pad.
For her.
Yes. Put your foot. Thank you. Here I go.
Yeah. So she like jumps on.
Kind of.
Yeah,
this.
kind of.
And
And then we just launch her.
And she's just going.
Yeah, and all during that time, I'm spewing as much information as I can relay about Chrysalis.
and I tell her,
That's awesome.
Dance your ass off, woman.
You can take out 1 pirate and/or skeleton along the way.
I'm taking out a skelly.
All right, so knocking out.
I don't want to kill any more kids.
Right. So now from this
Remember
point
that on
forward,
Friday, okay?
because of fearsome, except for Hector, any more raises that we raise against skeletons, if you want to attack them, are -1 die. Okay.
Okay.
And you're only
Jesus,
exempt because
that's
you have
crazy.
Hexenwerk. Okay.
Because I have what?
Because you have Hexenwerk.
Hexenwerk.
That's your sorcery, remember? And and your sorcery in particular helps you mitigate fear.
Cool. That sounds cool. I want to go find the killer of my brother. He's a vampire. I want to kill him.
You're on a boat.
I hate vampires. I know.
I didn't know you had sorcery.
Yeah, man.
We don't know that yet, right?
No, he's not spilled that beans. So.
Whoa!
Spoiler alert.
Oh, hello!
But that's where we're at
Man, we
at
could
this
have
point.
more
So
fun
who?
with
Yeah,
so
yeah, we could have. Yeah, we
Milton,
really.
you've done your. Are you doing your shot now?
I'm taking my shot.
All right, take your shot. Let's knock it out.
Do it. Come on, Milton.
Don't give it up your shot.
Oh my god, I'm gonna become a servant of Kraken.
Steady.
So all 3 to dealing 2 more dramatic wounds against her.
This Krakolis moment is brought to you by.
Wait, 2 more dramatics?
His rifle is burly, and he's spending.
Whoa!
He spent 4 raises to do those 2 dramatic
What
wounds.
does Richard Dreyfuss say to Jaws before he blows him up? What's he say?
Oh, he says,
See you in hell.
"See you in hell, MF."
I don't know.
I think something.
Really? In Jaws?
It was rated R. It was
PG. It was PG.
Jaws was not PG. It was rated R.
I don't know.
Really?
Was it See You in Hell?
It's
I don't
rated
know what
PG.
it was.
I'm
Do you know
sure
what it
was.
is?
No.
Oh.
That's what I'm asking. Internet?
Internet.
Internet?
All right, stand by.
I'm pretty sure it was not rated R. Thank
PG.
you.
Oh, wow.
That's what Sax said, right?
That's the world.
All right. So what did he say, Sax?
That much I haven't looked up yet. Hold on.
I think he
Okay.
said, "I'll see you in hell."
I'm just gonna check wounds. There we
Sounds
go.
right.
Wounds. 1.
If not, that's what he should have said.
I want to know how many dramatic wounds a villain can take before he goes down.
Well, on the 4th, he's helpless.
Yes.
Or at least we are.
At least
Actually, I
for
don't-
players,
yeah.
they are.
Players,
But
players, yeah.
they're the heroes are very different. They're supposed to be extremely challenging.
Jesus Christ.
I have an elephant gun.
You do have an elephant gun though, and you shot her twice with it
Yeah.
at the most.
I think it is that.
All right. Well, I'm sorry. Is there anything more? At this point, we just have Stella left,
Yeah, it's
right?
just me left.
All right. Well, then I'm in a good place to kind of just make the call here.
Krakolis loves your dancing and we win!
He won the game.
Can Trisha
We won
be the
17.
dungeon master? I like the way Trisha dungeon masters, where we win all the time.
Who's to say you guys aren't?
What
Who's
was
to
that?
say that you're not killing the captain of the deadliest ship on the 7 seas at the moment?
He wants to make sure. Yeah.
Oh, so here's what I'm doing. You level your gun, and you cock it back, and you fire, and you watch as a moment in which Reyes, looking straight toward you, kind of where the sound was, she cocks her head ever so slightly, and you watch as the bullet
Oh.
whizzes right by her.
No!
But still, you're essentially taking your 4 raises and replacing hers. So she had 7 raises, now she has 2. In order to spend on the ritual. Okay. So the distraction of the bullet rising essentially distracted her, and she completely lost her groove on the dance floor.
Stella didn't lose her groove.
Stella didn't lose her groove.
Back.
I love it.
Was this an elaborate scheme just to get us to use that
Yeah, I must know.
Brought to you by Stella got her groove back too.
Is that the title of this episode?
I don't know.
now.
Now it is.
It's gotta be.
Stella.
Okay, I'm going to dance my ass off as
How many
Alejandro
raises are
wanted
you
me to.
committing?
I only have 4, and I will commit all 4. So, using the knowledge that Nicole has given me, I interpret. I'm one of those courtesans who you say your name is Frederick. That means something to me. You say your name is George. That also means something to me.
Use those
and I use the
girl.
courtesan powers to dance appropriately. So she says Krakolis, and I feel the waves of the ocean through my body, and I add on a little extra Stella flair to my dancing. So it's a little more.
What's that look like?
Like if I was gonna dance like this, this one there's more up and down motion. So it's like whoa.
Right.
Like I look
very
more
primal.
like the waves are hitting me all the
Awesome.
time. Yeah.
Well, between Reyes's Reyes' and yours, you are now equal.
We're always equal. I just want to beat her.
Well,
okay.
you were behind.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, good.
So yeah, you caught back up. That's huge.
Okay, so
You were at 8 and 5, and now you're at 10
I'm
and 10.
somehow tempting Krakolas. Okay.
Okay, or 8 and 6, but now you're at 10 and 10.
Okay.
All right. Oh, 8 and 5. You just got the bonus one for
There's
it.
been 3 more subs.
Yeah.
And it was Smile, you son of a bitch.
Yes.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, much better.
Guys, you have your full. You have
all 10.
Yeah, no, you have one minus. So you have
got
9.
That's great though.
okay.
Use it.
Okay.
So now everyone's done.
Yeah.
Nicole, you're gonna take 4 wounds. Santiago, you're gonna take 4 wounds.
Ooh, so question, as you're doing the death spiral, if I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, and along the way one of those is a
dramatic wound.
So I have to fill that in.
Yes.
But it counts towards one of my wounds.
Yes.
I don't like.
Okay.
I don't fill it in.
It's 1,
but
2,
skip
3,
it.
and then your 4th is a dramatic wound.
You fill that in. You don't
fill
skip
that in.
it. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And if you got your first
You
one,
mean
you'll
4.
get bonus die to all your
Got it.
risks.
Yeah.
I have
just
I have
did.
2 now.
You have 2, which means all the villains get 2 bonus die.
Right.
Boom.
Do I still get the +1 bonus die to all
Yep.
risks or no? Okay.
Yep. Yep. It's all cumulative.
Oh man.
Okay.
All right.
The third one's cool.
It's cool with the
So we're at a new.
Yeah.
We probably have time for. We don't. We don't have time.
No!
We don't have time.
No!
Come
neck
on,
and neck with
Sam.
Krakolas.
We're neck and neck.
The
So
women's mid-dance.
I know. So we're gonna have to pick this up
Hit
next
pause.
week
Yeah,
with
she's about to get
Stella.
her groove back.
With
That could
both
be next week's episode.
Stella got her groove back. Yeah. With Stella and Reyes on the dais, bidding for Krakolas' favor, and a mess of skeletons
Gosh.
and pirates all across the side of the ship, just causing hell and havoc. In fact, I'm surprised no one's gone after Milton yet, but they're all distracted by Santiago and
hiding
and
back here.
Nicole. At the moment.
And next week
Reloading.
is not the week that Damion comes back, so it's not just like Fateless is gonna like bust out and down there.
I know, I want him to so bad.
He always misses the big battles, doesn't he?
I know. Our warrior.
Well, okay, so we have a couple of episode names. We got How Stella Got Her Groove Back.
Okay.
We've got at some point Release the Krakolas. That's going to be an episode.
Yeah.
That's got it, please.
Yeah.
Maybe this one. I don't know. Depending on what other episode names can we have, guys?
For this one?
The Curse of the Crimson Roger.
Yeah, that's like overarching.
I say also maybe the Rite of the Crimson Roger.
The Rite of the Crimson Roger.
That's good. That's good.
Clash of the Titans, because all the skellies. Get it? That'd be a good one.
Yeah, the Dance of the Titans.
The Dance of the Titans.
Dais of our lives.
There you go.
All right, that's
Yeah.
enough.
Now they're dumb.
And see you next week.
See you next week. Thanks for sticking around. I'm going to keep this map here, so hopefully nobody touches it. And we'll see what happens next week, guys.
Thank you for the
right.
dice bag.
Yeah, thank you for our dice
Anonymous
bag.
Canadian, thank you.
Canadian woman.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching this episode of ForeverVerse. Make sure to like and comment and subscribe as we'll be releasing episodes on every Thursday on GNS's YouTube, starting with the first episode right here. If you'd like to jump ahead to the current point in our campaign, you can always watch us live on Twitch, Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you want to watch ForeverVerse episodes that are available right now, you can always go to projectalpha.com. They are all there for you. And if you want to watch episodes that we've already released on YouTube, there's this fun little playlist right here. Thanks. Goodbye. Yes.